what are we talking about today?
Oh, we are talking about Skinwalker Ranch. I am so excited. This place is going to blow your mind if you've never heard of it before. But like honestly, in 2021, we should all hear about it.
I had never heard about this, like not even heard it mentioned before.
Before I said we should do an episode on it. Interesting.
Which is kind of crazy, yeah, 'cause when I started Googling it, there's so much stuff on it.
Yeah. Okay, so let's just dive right on in.
Let's do it.
So Skinwalker Ranch, also known as Sherman Ranch, is located on 512 acres in northeast Utah, and it's reported to be the site of paranormal and UFO-related activities. Local lore has always told that strange lights hover over this area and that strange creatures roam in the wilderness. One tale tells of the Utes, an indigenous tribe from this valley, and their uneasy alliance with the Navajo tribe. Siding with American military forces in the late 19th century, the Utes helped force the Navajo people out of the area, and the lore suggests that the Navajos unleashed a Skinwalker curse among the land, and that's where the name of the ranch comes from. And the Sherman Ranch also comes from one of the owners, so we'll get to them. So the name of Skinwalker comes from the Navajo legend concerning a vengeful shaman, which is a type of harmful witch who can turn into, possess, or disguise themselves as an animal. And the Navajo believe that there are places where the powers of both good and evil are present, and that those powers can be harnessed for either good or bad. Those who practice Navajo witchcraft seek to direct the spiritual forces to cause harm or misfortune to others. And this type of Navajo witchcraft is known as the witchery way, which uses human corpses in various ways, such as tools from the bones and concoctions that are used to curse, harm, or kill the victims. So basically Skinwalkers are a witch that turned evil. Very, very evil.
Why does that kind of, if y'all have been with Southern Wook for a while, you probably remember when we did episode 3 on mysterious creatures. Mm-hmm. Why does that remind me of the Wendigo so much?
Yeah,
I feel like they're very similar.
It reminds me of that too. But then once we get to one of the phenomena that happens on the ranch, I'll tie that back into it.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so Skinwalkers as a creature are said to be able to take the possession of bodies of humans if a person locks eyes with them, and after taking control, the witch or Skinwalker can make its victims do and say things they wouldn't do otherwise. Once they are shapeshifted, one way that others could tell that they're not a real animal is that their eyes are very different than those of an animal. Instead, their eyes are very human, and when lights are shined on them, they turn bright red. And when they're in their human form, their eyes actually look more like animals. They can also read others' minds, control their thoughts and behavior, cause disease and illness, destroy property, and even cause death in some cases, allegedly. And on this ranch, a lot of people get sick, and a lot of people have had to go to the hospital, kind of like Demon House.
Yeah.
There's some poltergeist activity too on the ranch. They make sounds around homes, such as knocking on windows, banging on walls, scraping noises on the roof. Some occasions they've been seen appearing through windows, or often they appear in front of vehicles in hopes of causing a serious accident, which is, I feel like, a lot of Wendigo sightings.
Yeah.
And it's said that in addition to being able to shapeshift, the Skinwalker is also able to control the creatures of the night, such as wolves and owls, to make them do its bidding. Some are able to call up the spirits of the dead and reanimate the corpses to attack their enemies. Because of this, the Indians rarely ventured out alone.
Okay, so question number 1. It says that they're able to take possessions of human bodies. So is it transforming its own body to look like somebody else, or is it literally possessing somebody else?
I think they're able to do both.
Okay.
But also, hearing people that have been on the ranch and investigated the ranch for decades, they say that the Skinwalkers don't really mess with humans. They do trickery type stuff, but if you see one face to face, it's more likely to run away.
Yeah.
And then when you're not expecting it, that's when they want to cause harm or fool you or hurt you or something. I don't know. It's so weird. And then when you have so many different people from like so many different backgrounds, they got the Indians out there, they got the hillbillies out there, they got the scientists out there, like, and they all have their different views on the Skinwalker. So who knows? Okay, so some more background on the ranch itself. There is alleged evidence of close to 100 incidents, including vanishing and mutilated cattle, sightings of unidentified flying objects or orbs, large animals with piercing red eyes that they say were unscathed when struck with bullets, and invisible objects emitting destructive magnetic fields. Cattle mutilations have been part of the folklore of the surrounding area for decades, and when there's this organization called the National Institute of Discovery Science, founded by the billionaire Robert Bigelow, and he purchased the ranch.
We've talked about him before. What did we talk about him before?
Probably something alien related.
It probably was. All right.
Okay, so he bought the ranch, I think in 1996 or 7. Oh wait, it's right here, Marina. 1996. For $200,000. And this was reportedly the result of him being convinced by the stories of the cattle mutilations that included tales of the strange lights and crop circles told by the family of the former ranch owner. So like the ownership of the ranch, some of like the leading characters, I should say, that we'll kind of talk about, the ranch has been owned since like early 1900s, late 1800s. But 1934 to 1994, it was owned by Kenneth and Edith Myers. And then in 1994 to 1996, it was Terry and Gwen Sherman. And then in 1996 to 2016, Robert Bigelow bought the property and like did a bunch of like even government investigations on it. And then he sold it to, at first, some undisclosed guy or company in 2016. But he has come forward though, like I think this year, and his name is Brandon Fugel, and he's like some real estate tech entrepreneur type dude. But we'll get into all their stories here soon.